Here we are getting ready for this showdown between these two fighters. Should be a good one. I'm Todd Grisham. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
Todd, always a pleasure to work with you. Always a pleasure.
Roy Jones Jr. Saul Canelo. This back. A lot of trash talk. These athletes have been waiting a long time to square off. Here we go. Someone's will cave, but which fighter will it be? Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to get rocked? Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Fighter relies a lot on their instincts and reaction time. You've got to get in there quick to punch your opponent before he gets his fist back to block.
Todd, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be on this. You've got to be on it. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think right. Concentrate.
We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Can you believe it? Roy Jones Jr. is on the back foot now.
Does he know he's hurt him? Look at him. That back foot went. It completely shivered. Did you see that, Todd?
Nice count. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Pretty dominant round there. And there's the bell to start round two. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is...
I got to stop you here, Johnny, as we pick up the heat. Roy Jones Jr. in trouble. But somehow weathered the storm.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the real place to fall asleep.
This fighter's completely content to sit back and let you make the first move. That's where they thrive.
They have got great ring IQ. Counter punches are the best.
There's a counter shot. The perfect counter lands. Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them more than nothing.
Insane action. You'd like to see someone use a jab here to establish a boxing presence, but no, they just want to fight. Missing with that jab. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Well, he isn't. Here we go in round three. Who's going to land the first big shot? Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
courage on display here is incredible. And that jab just missed with the left hand. And he misses with that straight left. Good counter punch. Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Well, Johnny, you know there's a fine line between being aggressive and being too aggressive. How does he exploit that?
Sometimes when you have a fight, the best way to beat a fight is not give them what they want. Because they want to get you there. They want you to stand there toe-to-toe with them and have a tell. That's what they do in the gym every single day of the week. What you've got to do is you've got to frustrate them as they set their shots. Get out of the way. And they'll get so angry, so frustrated because they can't work.
This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. From this moment forward, he cannot avoid deep breath. Here we go to the fourth round. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Straight right just misses. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Neither fighter willing to slow down. We've never seen Canelo in this sort of trouble.
Oh, what a shot. He's staggered. He's staggered. Does he know? Does he know he's even gone?
And now they're right back into the fray.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Jab slightly off target. How do they use this fighter's aggression against them?
Hard look back in history. Sugar Ray Leonard against Roberto Duran. The first fight, Sugar Ray Leonard tried to fight, stand there toe-to-toe with him. The second fight, he thought this guy's aggressive. He's nasty. He'll do everything to get the win. I've got to box him. I've got to frustrate him. I've got to humiliate.
Very close round with 10 seconds to go. It's no secret who has the advantage after that last round. Let's see what they have in store for us in the next one.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter. And the cornerman's got to put a firecracker on the fight to get out there and get the job done.
Just stay focused. Come on, switch on.
Here we go in round 5. Who's going to land the first big shot? This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
They exchange punches. Misses with the straight left. So much for boxing. This is a fight. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
Both fighters landing in these exchanges. Judge is going to have a tough job.
perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. That hook doesn't score. Roy Jones Jr., believe it or not, may want to take a knee here. Well, if this trainer has a pep. Let's start the sixth. They barely survived the last round after 2 knockdowns. Let's see what happens here.
2 knockdowns, and you're coming back from that? That's near on impossible, because your head must be all over the place. Your legs would feel like jelly. What can they tell you in the corner? All they can do is wake you up. They can't even go into game plan.
Missing with the left uppercut. Nice idea with the jab, but does not land. The old adage is, no matter how much speed you've got, timing beats speed.
Look back in the history books, some of the best fighters in the world were the middleweights. Yes, the glamour division is the heavyweights, we know. But I'm telling you now, you look right there, these guys are on it. Fast, sharp, powerful. But it hurts, and you can imagine that being you. They're the size of an average man.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? Good job stopping that uppercut. Oh, that punch. That counter shot lands. Through the straight left, but it won't score. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Seemed like an eternity for them finally comes to a close.
The bell, sometimes it can be.
Here we go, it's round 7. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
This fighter is not interested in throwing one shot at a time. They throw combinations, and they throw them non-stop.
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close round.
Misses with the straight left. Beautiful counter shot. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Canelo Alvarez just got rocked in a big way.
Bambi legs are kicking in. Let's look at those legs. The legs have gone.
How about that time counter shot? Well, Johnny, has anything surprised you here as we enter the final frames of this bout?
Middleweights always gives us a class. If you've got 2 class middleweight fighters, you are in for action. I'm quite sure right now, if you know your boxing, there's a certain fighter, I would just say marvelous, but some fighters were unbelievable middleweight.
This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. I promise you, all three judges here are going to give that round to you-know-who.
Dominance without it.
Round 8, and we're off again. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to go down? And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Both men step back for just a moment. Someone tell these two that they can be defensive for a minute if they want to. Perfect counter shot. This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Stamina is so important for these two fighters because it allows them to use their skills throughout the match. It can all come down to who's in better shape.
The middleweights are the best you can ever come across. Obviously, the flyweight is a heavyweight, but the middleweight is the size of the average man or woman. When you get in there and you're letting the shots go, you've got power, you've got speed, you've got pace. You can stand, you can dance, you can do everything. We can look back in history. You know the amazing fights at middleweight are ridiculous. That is what writes our history books.
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Well, Johnny, it was a very close fight until the end. In the end, we get a split decision.
A split decision, you know what, I feel sorry for the loser because heart and soul was laid out right there. Everything